Hi, the bike is not done yet.
Hey Fearless Mods fans, what is up? It's Biff and you're back for another episode on the 2019 Kia Stinger GTS. In the last episode, we got all the carbon fiber bits repaired and looking good again. Now it's time to start slapping everything together on this car. The bumper is assembled and ready to go. We got the door panel and the hood that we need to finalize. So let's get to it. Okay, so we had a little bit of overspray under that front lip there that I had to wet sand off there, but it's underneath, so good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of soap here and wash it off so that we can get ready to put this together. All right, let's go with the bumper, the moment of truth. Okay, the first thing I want to do now that we've got that front bumper on, obviously we've got some adjustment to do up there with the hood gaps and everything, and I need to get one more little bracket on the side that wasn't hit actually. But I want to get this deck lid back off the car because the little pieces of glass that are inside it are going to drive me nuts, and I think the only way I can get those out is by flipping it upside down. So I've got to disconnect all the electrical to it all over and pull the trim back off in reverse order so that I can lift this thing off, flip it over, get all the glass out, put it back on, then we'll be ready to install the glass. We're having some success. We're getting some of that glass out of there. All right, glass is out. We can put her back on. Okay, so now that we got that deck lid all straightened out and all the pieces of glass out of there won't be rattling around, and there was quite a bit in there, now it's time to go ahead and start looking at the glass. And I just want to give a big shout out again to the guys over at Auffenberg Kia. They are the ones that hooked us up with all these Kia genuine auto parts, and that's exactly what we got for the back glass on this thing. So they've been really good with us through this entire build. Please, if you're in the O'Fallon area, go to Auffenberg Kia and check these guys out. And if not, just go to Kia in your local area and make sure you're getting the best parts you can for your build. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get this glass in. All right, so I did already go ahead and wash off all the residue from our wet sanding. I'm gonna go ahead and take some alcohol and just run around this and kind of make sure this rubber's good and clean. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and put the primer around here and on the glass when we get it set out here on the stand, so we make sure that we can get a good bond between the two when we put that new urethane rubber sealant gasket adhesive in between them. Okay, I've been running all over town trying to find the primer that goes with the urethane for 3M, and unfortunately AutoZone and O'Reilly's don't carry it, even though they sell the tubes of the urethane. So I did stop at a Safelite, and we'll just say my local guy's name was Steve, and Steve hooked me up with some primer. Unfortunately, it's not for the 3M, so he's concerned about the chemical bonding between the 3M brand urethane and the other brand of primer, but I think it's going to be better than having no primer on the windshield at all. This old urethane will be good for it to stick to, so we're fine there, but I do want to get a little bit of that urethane on the glass, or a little bit of that primer on the glass, as well as any of the spots here where we scraped into the metal just a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. Go around and get a little bit of that on, get the urethane on, wait for 5 minutes to let it set up, and then we'll be ready to apply the urethane and set the window. The glass is in, and it looks fantastic. We will know after it's all set up and cured whether or not we got a good seal. It has locator clips up at the top, one on each side that drop down in, so it makes it very specific on where it sets. So we should be good. We're just going to let it sit here and cure. No need for tape because it's not going to slide with those locator clips. I will have to take the trim off on the inside again to connect the rear window heat. Those were just, there wasn't enough room there. I tried to put some blocks there to hold me up enough where I could get in there and connect them, but there just isn't enough room. And I was already setting on the sealant down here at the bottom, getting it underneath this lip a little bit. So I think we're going to be good to go. I'll just get in there later and put those clips on. So while that's curing, let's go ahead and get to swapping over some of the pieces that go on the hood so it can be finished up. All right, we got the hood done, and except for body alignment, but I'm going to hold that off until I get the door done because we still have to take off the fender and put in the garnishes and the brake cooling, as well as align the door and put all this together. But that's what we're going to do. So kind of taking apart the front end again just a little bit, working our way back. But before we get too far back, I can go ahead and put on the trim and the door handle on the rear door. So I'm going to pull this off, get this wiring harness out of here, flip it over, put on the carbon fiber mirror, flip it back over, and install the internals. Okay, and with that, we have finally got ourselves a door. Man, that takes some time, and that is an engineering marvel. But we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and hang this puppy, and we're going to see what it looks like on the car. The door is mostly hung. It is assembled and everything's working on it. We got our mirror back. But I will say the adjustment is causing me some problems. I'm having to work on it quite a bit. And it's taking a little more time than I expected it to. So I got some more ideas. I'm going to keep working on it. We did get the rear glass in. We did get the door put together and the hood put together. That way I can take some of this scrap metal and haul it off and make some more room in here. So we're going to go ahead and call that a wrap for this episode. Again, still coming along, a lot of great progress, making some headway. Pretty soon we'll have this thing buttoned up and ready to go, get a title and a license so we can put it on the road. So anyway, I'm super excited about that. I hope you are too. If you are, please reach down there, like and subscribe. Keep coming back and checking us out as we make progress on this 2019 Kia Stinger. Thanks again to Auffenberg Kia. We'll catch you guys again real soon. Take care.